What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about Tay K versus Victor Cruz. Tay K is a 17-year-old from Texas, and apparently he's being charged as an adult because apparently this nigga caught two bodies. Now, they're saying that he was involved in a murder with somebody at Chick-fil-A. The person that was murdered was found with marijuana in his mouth, and Tay K also has a charge for they're saying that he was involved in a robbery where they broke into somebody's home and a 21-year-old in that home ended up being dead. Now, there is no evidence that Tay K did this, but he's 17 years old being charged as an adult. Now, if you look at this little alien looking motherfucker to the right with the devilish green eyes, this grown man, his name is Victor Cruz. Now, Victor Cruz is 19 years old. And keep in mind, he's 19 years old and he still hasn't graduated high school. So that tells you that Mr. Victor Cruz is obviously a dumbass. Now, Victor Cruz is not being charged as an adult. They've even gone on to say that he's an orphan. That's their excuse for this maniac. This Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z looking motherfucker. That's their excuse for Victor Cruz killing 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. And just so y'all know, I am from Florida, so I know a lot of details about Mr. Victor Cruz. Now, apparently, many students knew that Victor Cruz was not right in his mind. He didn't have many friends. He tried his best to fit in. He posted a lot of pictures on Instagram with machine guns. Teachers knew that something was not right with Victor Cruz. Eventually, they told him he could not bring his book back to school because they feared that he was going to put the students in danger. Victor Cruz was even notified to the FBI in January because he literally left a comment on YouTube saying that he was going to murder kids at a school. The FBI acknowledged that they were noticed about this, and they still chose to do nothing. There's interviews of students talking about Victor Cruz being a very violent person from middle school. Some of these kids knew him for a long time. But for some reason, they're still trying everything in their right to make it seem like this grown man was innocent. They say that his mom died. Apparently, he ended up going to his grandmother's house. His grandmother didn't want nothing to do with him. So he ended up going to an orphan home. I heard that Victor used to kill animals and shit like that, like lizards, and put the lizards in a fucking Ziploc bag and cook them and eat them. Victor Cruz is a wild dude. But I want to talk about why is it that there's such a huge difference, and there's such a huge difference in the judge system, the system between blacks and whites. Now, apparently Victor Cruz is Spanish, but he looks white to me, so we're not gonna put him. The Latinos don't claim Victor Cruz. Sorry, buddy, you're white, because only white people shoot up schools, and that's no offense to any of my viewers, but if you look at all of these mass shootings in these schools, 9 times out of 10, it's a white kid doing it. Black people will just fight you. We'll jump you. And if we're going to shoot you, we're not going to do it inside of a school. We'll wait till after school to shoot your ass in the eye. But we ain't going to shoot your ass, and we ain't going to shoot a bunch of innocent people. Now, after Mr. Victor Cruz shot up the high school, he then went to Walmart, where many of the kids were hiding. This dude was so bold that his ass went to Subway and got a $5 footlong, sat there and ate his food, and then walked out after people started to notice that it was him. Then he went to McDonald's and got a motherfucking Oreo McFlurry. So all of this shit was pre-planned. He took an Uber to the school, walked in that bitch, shot up the security like an episode of Grand Theft Auto, shot up the security, went into school, sprayed up over 20 people, 17 killed and a lot more injured. And Tay K to the left, the young black man that looks like Barack Obama, He's being charged as an adult at 17 because they think that he had something to do with 2 different murders. No evidence, no fingerprints, no nothing. But your boy to the right, they know it was him. Look at his eyes. Just stare in this dude's eyes real quick and tell me you don't see a goblin, a green goblin looking motherfucker. He looks like one of those gerbils in the face. He just looks insane. He just looks like the type of dude to shoot somebody for stealing his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He just looks like the type of person to kidnap somebody's pet chihuahua and fuck him in the ass. He just looks like that type of kid. But Tay K, it's sad, man. Free Tay K, man. But I ain't beat the case, bitch. I did the race. Where I aim, shorty face. Ayy, free Tay K, man. Tay K got the hottest song in the streets, man. The Race. Go listen to it. Your boy Victor Cruz is probably listening to The Race and he wanted to be like him. You know? But this is what happens in America, man. You know, it's the the justice system's fucked up. You know, how many times do we see these black people get locked up for shit they ain't even do? And then people like Victor Cruz end up only getting 20 years. And after 20 years, they're out of jail. I mean, we saw this with Trayvon Martin. We seen George Zimmerman kill Trayvon Martin. George Zimmerman wasn't even a police officer. Wasn't even a fucking security guard. He just was watching the neighborhood and took it into his own hands to approach George Zimmerman because he thought he was a criminal. Why? Because he was black. He had a hoodie on. And George Zimmerman didn't go to jail. George Zimmerman is still alive, still on Twitter tweeting bullshit. He's still out there. He still hasn't died. He's still here. So, what I'm saying is this. Don't be surprised if you see Victor Cruz only get about 20 or 40 years in jail because apparently he's an orphan and he suffers from mental illness and he has anxiety. So that's his excuse for getting away with killing 17 innocent kids that still have to go to that same school. And Tay K to the left, don't be surprised if this little nigga gets life in jail because he's already getting charged as an adult at 17 years old. Victor Cruz is 19. He knew what he was doing. This was planned. It was all planned. And the teachers, they didn't say anything. What happened with Victor Cruz, all of this could have easily been stopped if somebody just said something. If the FBI just acted on what they were told. This dude should have been in jail. Because all of this was planned out. All of it was planned out. So I want y'all to leave comments, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. Tay K versus Victor Cruz. Who's worse? Who deserves to be in jail? And who needs to get the death sentence? Because to me, it's Victor Cruz. You can't kill 17 kids and be able to still be alive. If you can, something's not right. I'm out. Peace.